potentially more impressive, where they drop games and cut future support if the post-launch monetization isn't as successful as they'd like. Which I'm like 99% sure is why we never got an Undead Nightmare expansion for Red Dead Redemption 2. They're probably waiting to see how well the online did, and if it was successful, introduce Undead Nightmare as a massive seasonal event or something similar. Now, I don't think there's any shot they're going to abandon GTA 6 online if it doesn't do super well, but it does show a shift in priorities, especially when it comes to post-launch support, purely towards what makes the most amount of money. And this is also reflected by the publisher itself. One cannot discuss Rockstar without mentioning its parent company, Take-Two Interactive. The controversy surrounding GTA, the Trilogy, the Definitive Edition, which I feel like there could have been a shorter name for that, a botched remaster marked by bugs, bizarre art decisions, and missing features, revealed that corporate decision-making can sometimes undercut Rockstar's reputation. And while yes, it was growth-free games that worked on it, it was still Rockstar's name on the box. And Take-Two was fine releasing it in a port edition. The Definitive Edition was a cash grab, rushed to market and clearly unpolished, and to make matters worse, Take-Two delisted the original versions of the games from storefronts, so the only way to play those classic games is through the Definitive Edition. And while they did update it for several more months, fixing many bugs and issues, sources, as I mentioned, they're shooting towards perfection, the shadow of the Definitive Edition still remains. If Take-Two sees GTA 6 primarily as a monetization platform instead of a create for the players, that perspective will influence everything from the game's structure to its post-launch support. And then, of course, there's simply the weight of expectation. The higher the anticipation and expectations, the harder the fall should it fail to live up to the hype, and the sharper the backlash if the product doesn't deliver. Fans of the Grand Theft Auto franchise are incredibly passionate. While they are deeply invested in the idea of the next big release, they also have very high standards. Should GTA 6 fall short in any significant way, whether through egregious bugs, narrative missteps, or unsatisfactory gameplay mechanics, it could create an avalanche of negative press. In an era where social media amplifies dissatisfaction, negative opinions can spread pretty far and wide, impacting public perception almost instantly. Rockstar's previous success had allowed it to weather any storms in the past, but a misstep on GTA 6 could be much more damaging. Additionally, the sheer scale of GTA 6 presents more technical challenges. A game of this size is bound to have rough edges at launch, especially on older hardware like the base PS5, and even Rockstar's impeccable attention to detail may not be enough to prevent technical issues from emerging. The risks of not meeting expectations for GTA 6 are pretty high and should definitely not be underestimated. But with all those issues said, this is Rockstar. They are world-class at what they do and have unlimited resources and as much time as they need to create the game they want to. They themselves haven't failed yet, at least in a really long time. Smugglers Run was straight ass. So if Rockstar does in fact not only meet the sky-high expectations, but blows past them, then just like that, GTA 6 becomes a massive problem for every other major studio. The core aspect of GTA 6's hype is Rockstar's brand power. In an age where consumers are increasingly skeptical of publishers and developers, Rockstar remains one of the few names that commands major respect, at least when it comes to single player. When players see that iconic R logo, it still carries weight. It still means something. This level of brand strength is rare and becoming increasingly rare. Just compare Rockstar to its former peers. Once upon a time, studios like BioWare, Blizzard, Ubisoft, and even Bethesda had similar reputations. The names alone implied trust, quality, and excitement, but in recent years, these brands have suffered heavily from mismanagement, terrible releases, or poor creative directions.
My faith is tired.
BioWare, defining modern RPGs, to release misfires like Anthem and Mass Effect Andromeda. Blizzard, once a paragon of polish and community, now struggles with what feels like constant PR disasters, uneven releases, and declining player trust. Ubisoft open world formula has become meticulously formulaic, its creative risks incredibly minimal, and every new release seems to be filled to the brim with player backlash. And I could keep going on with countless other studios, but it's declining brand reputation. As all they have left is the ability to goodwill and accolades from fans for games they made decades ago. In contrast, Rockstar's last major
Boy, did y'all see what they just did me just now with that truck? They made that truck go faster to me.
Ridiculously ambitious and continues forward in many, many ways. That consistency has cultivated something that few studios can see today, and that is faith. Faith that the next Rockstar game will not just be good, but industry-defining. This faith is not easily earned, and for decades to deliver. And in today's market, where early access failures, buggy launches, and live services dominates headlines, that kind of reputation is priceless. The brand of Rockstar and GTA are overall incredibly strong, and they've worked really hard. If GTA succeeds, and by succeeds I mean delivering a polished, rich, and fun experience.
Oh, did you see this bullshit? Boy, this game know it's bullshit, bro.
Innovation still matters. And
This game know it's bullshit.
mindset once
This
thrived in innovation
bullshit,
become
bro.
risk averse, choosing predictable and safe games, chasing trends, and focusing on monetization models. But if GTA 6 pushes the industry forward artistically and mechanically, it may create a new benchmark. Consumers will begin to ask, why can't other studios do that? And many publishers will not have a good answer. Really, you think, Tom? They do this every year. That culture would be healthy. It could force recalibration. Less focus on metrics, more on meaning, less corporate interference, and more creative vision. On the other side of that, though, is the huge danger that other studios and developers might learn the wrong lessons and recalibrate in the opposite direction if GTA 6 blows past expectations. For example, there have been lots of rumors of GTA 6 being priced higher than other traditional games at a cost of up to $100 USD. If this is true and the sales are incredibly high at this price point, it might encourage other companies to follow suit even if they don't deliver the same value of content. Or if GTA provides an amazing experience but is over-aggressive in monetization post-launch, this could cause others to copy Rockstar's strategy of long-term support, promoting less player-friendly practices throughout the gaming industry. But if nothing else, if GTA 6 delivers on its promises, its success will further assert Rockstar's dominance and widen the gap between studios that pursue excellence and those that pursue sales. And speaking of sales, it's impossible to ignore the sheer financial and economic impact that GTA 6 is poised to have. From the moment it hits the shelves, it will most definitely break every record known to man, beat out every other game, and even dwarf the opening weekends of Hollywood blockbusters. The associated revenue, microtransactions, virtual goods, in-game currency, and downloaded content will extend far beyond the game's release, creating an ongoing money machine for Rockstar and its parent company to for at least the next decade. Considering GTA 5's unprecedented financial success, the ripple effect of GTA 6 will stretch beyond just Rockstar and Take-Two's finances, affecting global markets in ways we have yet to fully comprehend. Game sales alone will contribute billions to the global economy, as retailers, digital storefronts, and streaming platforms will all see massively increased business and activity due to the game's success. But that's just the start. The game's release will undoubtedly lead to a surge in sales for both consoles and PCs as well, especially PlayStations, as Rockstar. This will increase sales and production for hardware companies and gaming accessory businesses as they work to fill demand, and will also attract millions of new customers to gaming that perhaps haven't even bought a console or gaming PC yet. They'll be sucked in by the gravity of GTA's pull. The reason for this is because the game's relevance will most likely expand into non-gaming media and become more pronounced in the broader culture. With the increased use of social media like TikTok, Reels, and Shorts, we can expect to see GTA 6 referenced and discussed in everything from popular podcasts and television to political discourse online, as everybody will jump on board to be a part of this big trend. The release of GTA 6 is more than just the launch of another highly anticipated video game, it is a cultural moment, one that will echo far beyond just the gaming community. All of this may also lead to a further push towards a greater focus on gaming as a dominant global industry. GTA 6 could signal to investors and developers alike that gaming is not done yet. We've been hearing lots lately about how the gaming industry has financially plateaued and the potential risk of an incoming crash in the industry, which is something I'll tackle in the near future. But GTA 6's massive sales could mean a huge shift in the industry's entire structure, including good or bad, setting a new standard for AAA game development, live service models, and post-launch support. Everything will change. In an era where industry giants like Activision, Ubisoft, and Electronic Arts are grappling with their own identity crises, if Rockstar can navigate its massive expectations while delivering a highly refined and enjoyable experience, it will provide a roadmap for other studios looking to regain trust and relevance in a shifting landscape. Whether they actually follow that roadmap is a whole other discussion. But conversely, if Rockstar stumbles, the entire AAA space may take a huge become even more pronounced as other studios take note of Rockstar's precedent. The future of GTA 6 remains uncertain, but one thing is clear, whether it succeeds or fails, it will shape the entire world of gaming for years to come. And the level of hype and expectations are the key drivers of that outcome that will set off this ticking time bomb. But hey, that's marketing. Slap that subscribe if you like the video, and if you I mean, they are in there, I'm out, and you're out. They're already flying here. Fine. Who's flying here? Friggin' Bellicom and Cloverfield. Right. Never heard of them. Brother and sister, I said Russia. Remember the single place.
No.
The stadium fire. 14,000 people burned alive. It's just a meeting.
Well, I'm gonna go with you then.
Fine. Better do it in a public place. I mean, I'm a maniac, but those guys are psycho, man.
I am here, Mrs. Farrell.
What's up?
What's up? And we've never been good.
This is a great
We going to that swinger party?
They say there's no honorable thieves, but clearly there's a lot of them getting that.
Last 15 seconds.